Hi, and thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me. I'd like to start with having you to introduce yourself. So, if you could tell me who you are, what you do, when you were diagnosed, anything that you'd like to share, just so that those watching can get a better insight into who you are.
Sure, okay. My name is Tyrika Williams. I'm 35. I do a lot of things. I have three boys. I have a husband. I have a host of girlfriends. Um, I'm a business owner. I'm the owner of Main Element Love. Yeah, that's a good start to what I do and who I am. Diagnosis. Wow. I was initially diagnosed about 4 years ago. Not long after my brother passed away, my father-in-law passed away. It was just a really rough year. And I found myself not wanting to do anything. I'd gone from running at just a complete run, no, not a trot, not a gallop. I was running full speed. And when I sat down, I thought, great, okay, I can sit down and just be still and work on the things I want to work on and not what I have to work on. And I sat down and I never got back up. All I wanted to do was sit all day. I would get up and take care of the kids. I would get up and go to work. I was working as a massage therapist. I'd get up, I'd go to work, I'd do my clients, and I'd cry through every client. I cried through every client. No rhyme or reason, just, sad because my brother had died, sad because my father-in-law had died. Um, I just cried, and I knew something didn't feel right. Something didn't feel right. So I went to see a couple of different therapists, and that was my official diagnosis.
Okay, and so for you, what does depression really look like? There's so many people that, don't really know what depression is or what it looks like, what the signs are, and I think depression really looks different for every person. So for you, what does that really look like? How has it impacted your life? What have been the consequences since your diagnosis?
Okay, depression for me looks like lack of movement in some way, shape, or form. I am a go, 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 go person. I'm the person that people look to get things done. Depression makes me stop. Doesn't always make me stop with everything, but it definitely makes me stop. And at that point in time, it made me stop wanting to take care of my family. It wasn't that I didn't take care of them, but there are things I recall a friend asking me, what kinds of fun things did you do with your middle son? I didn't at that age, and I don't think I realized it until she asked me, but I didn't. I didn't interact with him. I didn't engage with him. We watched TV. I cooked dinner, and that was it. So for me, depression always looks like there is something very important that's not being done. And with this most recent bout of depression, for me, that was my business. My business was not being done, which on the outside looking in looks really strange because anyone that knows me, anyone that knows of Main Element Love, knows that Main Element Love is my passion. It's my baby. She's my everything, and I refer to her as she because to me she's a person. She's that important to me. Um, but she became dead in the water. She's still dead in the water, so to speak, um, because she gives me anxiety. She wreaks havoc. There's a literal physical block on anything having to do with natural hair related at all. So from running Main Element Love, I can't open my email. I can't open my email. That's how bad it is. Um, I haven't engaged, interacted, participated with the national hair group that I'm a part of here. I'm a co-contributor to one of the biggest hair groups in the country. Haven't even been able to talk to the organizers of the group, much less even go near the group. So that's really the biggest impact because that's the kind of impact that touches not just me but other people. It now prevents me from doing things that I am supposed to be doing. And there's just no logical reason. The way depression touches you, there's no depression that looks like, oh, well, I just don't. Oh, well, why don't you just get out of the slump? Yeah, that'd be great because I really love Main Element Love. It's just not that easy.
Okay, I know you said that you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a business owner. You know, you're obviously one of those women that wear the S on her chest, and are always being the caregiver, being the support system for others. And I know that that can be difficult. And so I want you to talk about that for a little bit. How do you deal with being the person that's in need? And not only how do you deal with it, but how do others respond? Because I know sometimes when the caregiver is the one that needs care, people really don't know what to do with that or how to deal with that person. So what's been your experience with other people as they've had to deal with your depression and to deal with you being still and not wanting to move or to move forward or to do?
I think definitely a lack of understanding, and not by their fault by any means, but just as you said, when they're used to you being the person that always does, or does primarily, they don't always know why or how or what to do when you're not, and it looks strange, and it looks, I don't know, maybe it could look lazy. I'm not sure, but I do know that it's definitely a challenge to those that you're used to caring for. Fortunately, those that have either been in my shoes, whether it's from a depression standpoint or from a parenting standpoint or just a mom standpoint, those are the people that have easier, I think is what I mean, held me up, and I use the expression held me up and not held me down because they do in fact hold me up. But those are the people that have been able to remind me that it's okay to be down for a little while. Just make sure you're working on the things you need to work on to get back up. So it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. You're used to being that person that does everything, and the people around you are used to you being the person that does everything. It's a huge adjustment. It looks very weird on the outside.
Okay. So I want to end with asking you with two pieces of advice. First, what advice would you give to someone who either knows they're suffering from depression or questions that they may be suffering from depression? And then the second is what advice would you give to those that are caring for and loving someone, whether it be a spouse, a sister, a friend that is going through depression?
If you yourself feel anything remotely unlike yourself that could possibly be depression, get help. Don't, oh my goodness, don't drag your feet, don't procrastinate, which is what we do. I remember the first time I didn't know what it was. The second time I did. The second time I recognized the signs probably in early February of this year. And depression will tell you that, oh no, it's not that bad. You have it under control. No, it's okay. Yes, it is depression. Oh, it is definitely depression, but you got it under control. It's fine. You feel good today. You feel great today. It's fine. And that's all of 5 minutes. And then in the next 5 minutes, you're crying, blubbering mess, or it's the end of the world. And those are the moments that you realize that I need help of some way, shape, or form. This is not right. And for me, those moments will always come when I was in the middle of something. I'd be in the middle of working with a client. I'd be out somewhere where I couldn't pick up the phone. So I couldn't stop and call my therapist and say, okay, I need to see you. I need to come in. I need to come in. Or I would call her and schedule something because at that day it was the end of the world. But by the time the day of the appointment came, oh, I'm fine. I don't even know why I scheduled that appointment. Everything is good. I'm not going. Don't do that. That's not good. We all do it. I guess I can't say we all. Depression looks different for everyone. But I know I do it. I know I've talked to other people that do it. There is something wrong if you have that feeling. Move on it. For people that see that on the outside, they see the crying, they don't understand the why, they see the moodiness, the swings, the unable to move physically or mentally, recognize the signs of depression. Be aware if it doesn't look right, if it doesn't feel right, if the person is not acting like themselves. It's not just because they're having a bad day. It's not a one-day thing. Don't tell them to rough up. Don't tell them to shake it off. Don't tell them it's going to get better. I'm going to catch hell for this and I don't care. Don't tell them to pray about it. Um, yes, pray about it. Pray with them, pray for them, take them to church. But oh my God, please don't just say pray about it. Um, help them get help. All the help. Church help, therapist help, medication help, behavioral help, exercise help, whatever combination that person needs, help them find it, please. Be strong for them when they can't be, because they can't be. And it's not that they don't want to be, they can't be.
Okay, and before we go, is there anything else that you want to add or share that I didn't ask about?
That's always an open-ended question. Tell someone. Tell someone. Say something to someone. Don't hold it in. Don't think you can handle it on your own, whether you're the caregiver or the person suffering. Tell someone. Just ask for help. Just ask one person. It doesn't matter if it's a stranger. If there's someone that looks like they're willing to listen, just ask them. That's it.